Good evening. It's Tuesday night and she's back. It's been a while, but super happy to be here. I'm going to wait until a few more people get online. I have so much to tell you about. It has been an amazing adventure. Went away for a couple of weeks, like some of you have seen on the Threefold Facebook page. And I'm going to share some of that with you tonight and turn some cards, give out some messages. It has been a little while, and I'm looking forward to doing that too. So I hope you're all well and have had a good start to your week. I hope Monday was kind to you. Just let you come on board. Just waiting for it to click onto Facebook. Got some photos to share and looking forward to it. How are we? Are we good? Just going to give it a couple of more minutes just to let people get on board and we can have a chat. Hello, Katie. I can see your message. G'day. How you going? And Teresa. Oh, excellent. For some reason, my little message box. Oh, hang on. I can change it. Let me see. A bit rusty with the technology. Let me check it out. No, so I'm going to have to flick over. All right, so I wanted to let you all know where I've been and what's been happening. So as you would have seen on the Threefold Facebook page, I did put a couple of little posts up. I headed over to the UK, and most of you know, I know Katie, you know, I have been waiting a very long time to be doing that trip, and was very blessed to be able to go over there. Had the most amazing 2 weeks. It was just phenomenal. Honestly, I can't give it enough credit. It has changed my world. I can guarantee you that, and made a huge difference in my life. I learned so much. I got to go to so many amazing places, and I'm going to share it with all of you just over the next couple of, I guess, Tuesday nights. I'm not going to throw it all on tonight, make you sit here and watch a slideshow, but because I went to different places and got to experience different things, and I made some really cool purchases of different things that I want to show you. But I think because they're cool things like Welsh love spoons and dowsing rods and Pendle witches and all of that kind of thing. So I'm going to break that up over the shows as we go. Hello, James. How are you? And then, because I had some time to think when you're sitting on a plane, I thought about all the things that we can be looking at and subjects over the next couple of months. But I am back on Tuesday nights, back on the game. It's so magical. I know, it's been interesting because been through so many changes, like everybody over the last couple of years, had to be all pushing it uphill and getting things done. But this trip for me, I moved with my family, obviously, when I was two, to Australia back in 1979. Can you believe it? And this is the first time I've got to go back to the ground I was born on. And for me, that was really, really important. I didn't know how it was going to make me feel to go back and experience that, but it was phenomenal. It's almost given me a beginning. I always talked about with my family about their experiences in England and their life in England, and my grandparents, and I loved hearing the stories and what it was like, but didn't remember any of it. So to be able to go back and experience it, walk on the ground I was born on, go back to the town that, I was born in, it really did for me. It was a shift. It was going, I know where I come from. I have a beginning. And when my family talk about these places now, I can relate. I have my own story. Honestly, it's been amazing. And I know I'm saying that a lot, and that's because it is. I decided that when good things happen, I'm going to celebrate it just as much as we fall into a hole when we have, tough things going on in life and we have, battles to face. We really feel that. And I decided that this trip I was going to really feel it and sort of come back with that attitude with a lot of things, being in the moment, enjoying my time. So I'm going to show you a couple little things at first, if I've got this right, and fingers crossed I remember the technology a little bit. Hi, Angela. Oh, thank you. Actually, it was interesting being over in the UK because as we were traveling through sort of northern England and then we went through northern Wales, it was 30 degrees. It was so warm. I came back, yes, Katie, with a bit of a tan. And so that was interesting because I was expecting it that sort of cooler English summer, but it was like being in Brisbane, honestly, minus some of the humidity, but was still really, really warm. Hi, Zoe. Zoe, oh my God, envious. Love your country. I had the best time, and I certainly can't wait to head back and venture further. But one of the things I also got to do that I'm going to share with you tonight, and I've got some pictures here that I'm going to try and get up on the screen. And I am hoping that when the picture comes up, you can also hear me. If you can't hear me when the picture comes up, can you let me know? Because it just means that I need to click on something here. The weather has been, I had the best 2 weeks. I sort of come back going, what do you mean there's snow and rain? And it was just fabulous. And the places I got to explore and the history. I love Australia, and Australia has some amazing things, but to go and stand in, I'm going to talk about some castles here, and you're standing in structures that, are 700, 900 years old, 1,000 years old, things that were being built in 79 AD, and the energy and the vibration and the experience just to sit in that space. So there's a lot of places I visited where I've made sort of videos so I can take you guys through it. They're going to go up on the YouTube over time, so I'll let you know when they go up, because it's very, very interesting. Obviously the history there, and learning about, the Pendle Witches, and actually going to Pendle Hill and going to Lancaster Castle, which I'm going to talk about a little bit tonight. So stick with me for the next 10 minutes while I'll tell you a little bit more about my trip. And then I'm going to turn some cards because it's been a while and I think everyone's due for a message. The North is the best. I had the best. You can tell by my excitement. And I have so many things to show you that I've picked up along the way, which I think people would be interested in using here, or maybe getting one, and some great books as well. So firstly, one of the reasons I went back, and those of you that have kind of followed me, I dislocated my knee about a week ago, and it's still a bit twingy, and I just forgot and went to move it. So nobody's kicking me under the desk. I just did that to myself. So bit housebound at the moment. Went from world traveler to invalid. So got to wait for that to heal. But one of the things I also went over for, one of the biggest things was to see my grandmother. And I'm very blessed. She is 102. And it was just a life moment. It's a memory I will hold on to forever, and I will never forget how it felt just to sit with her. And it's the first time I got to visit her, and look into her eyes and feel her energy. I do have a little bit of a photo to show you. And like I said, I've been waiting 42 years to go and do this, 43 years now, and it was phenomenal. 102, just to meet someone that's 102, but my grandmother. So I'm going to see if this comes up, and make sure, let me know if you can still mirror. Oh, Katie, Katie, you're one of the people that has followed me through my entire journey over many, many years now. And you used to hear me bang on about it, at Threefold, about these things that I needed to do, and one day I would get there. And I had to manifest it. I had to practice what I preach, and I set a date, and I spent 6 months working towards it, and put out to the universe, come on, I need to get financially from here to here to be able to do this. And I left that really open with how that money could come in. Obviously, I was working and doing workshops and all of those things, but other little ways that it came in, just again, back to that manifesting. And I'm, like everybody, there's times when I forget about manifestation, and I forget about, what we can do, and when we set our minds to it, what we can achieve. So let me see if this photo can come up. This is me and my nan. She is 102. Absolutely amazing. Hey, is my mic still working? Hey, Jen. Hey, Susan, how are you? I bet Susan would like to go to the UK with me. Lisa, you're there as well. So this was my nan. Can everybody hear me? Can you still hear me when I'm speaking? Oh, Susan, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. She's beautiful. She is. Sound is good. All right. So this is my nan. Got to meet her, got some videos, had the most precious time and was absolutely blessed to do that. So some of the other things I got to do, hey, I got a little secret. Castles are real. I went to go to real castles. I think we knocked over like 7 castles over the time I was there. You got to do it. You got to do it. Castles are just, again, standing in a structure that is that old, that has that much history in it. Anyone who has that, if you're an empath or, you're an intuitive or, just a human. Not just a human, being a human is the most hardest thing, but standing in that energy. So these were just a couple of castles that I got to visit, just because I'm showing off a little bit, because I can, because I'm super excited about this. So one of the first castles we went to, and Zoe might know this, Susan, you might as well, was Shrewsbury Castle. Yeah. It is as good as it looks. This one on the inside is actually a museum. So you kind of walk through. It's a military museum. It shows you everything there. Yeah, I was super pleased. Thanks, Zoe. And that was just amazing. And the towns are just like chocolate box pictures is what you see when you're walking through these villages and these, I don't know, are they shires and towns? I'm still not used to how it's all explained, but it's fabulous. So that was one of the first castles I got to visit, and you all know, big fan of Bridgerton, love all of that. So to go to these places and to see this and the history, phenomenal. Then we moved on to one that was very interesting as well that I loved, which was huge. This was Warwick Castle. Can you believe it? Look at the size of it. And again, it was just that surrealness about this. We got to walk around the outside of that and through the town and the history of the town. Very, very interesting. And I also got to head to Wales with my dad's Welsh. And we drove through a place. I had amazing company. And we drove through a place called, it sounds almost fantasy, and it is. It's called Snowdonia. If you ever get the opportunity, and I know that's a big ask, you have to go. We pulled over at one point and we were just standing there and trying to show you a photo. You just don't get the same feel. I've never stood somewhere where I have felt the magic like I felt it there. You are standing between mountains and, there's stone walls that are thousands of years old, and the water and the air. You can't see a building. There's no traffic. There's just, it's as if it's, I don't know, God's country, maybe the closest to heaven I've been. It was just phenomenal. So we headed up through North Wales and went to another castle, which, again, amazing. Up through Wales to Carnarvon Castle, and we actually got to stay. We stayed inside the castle walls. Get out. I know, right? It was fantastic. This is Carnarvon Castle in Wales. It is right on the water here. And if you can see the main castle, but then you can see the wall that goes around the town. And we actually stayed in some of the original buildings that were there, and you can walk through the castle. The two castles that I've shown you, they are, sort of that typical tourist, tourist place to go to. You pay to go in, you can walk around. There's lots of information boards and things like that. So inside the walls of there, and that's, again, so many times I had to pinch myself because it's another world. Look at this. As you're walking through little shops, original shops, such a little town, and hearing people speak Welsh. Couldn't understand it and couldn't read the signs, but it sounded absolutely amazing. Castles for me, as you know, I'm going to bang on for another 5 minutes before we start turning cards. Get the travel bug. Go right ahead. Hello. Snowdonia is beautiful. It took me away. Like I just can't put it into words how amazing it was. And then I've moved a few more things along here. Then we went to Conway, and that was the one that really, I don't know what it was about it. It took my breath away. It was just the history, like you can see where the floors were, you can see where the main, the great dining rooms were and the great halls and the windows and the architecture and what it took to build and the histories behind it. Actually, at the one in Wales, at Carnarvon Castle, you hear about Queen Eleanor. She was 13 when she gave birth to her first child as queen, and had something like 17 children before she produced a boy. Unfortunately, that first child that she had was a stillborn. Like you're looking at the history and what was going on, and you're standing in these buildings where it actually, these castles, should I say, where it actually happened. Absolutely phenomenal. So Conway Castle. Yeah, I actually took that photo. That's it was to walk through and to walk around it. And these, when I say seaside villages, they are exactly that. Even the seagulls sound different. They are fat, as in PH. They are just the biggest seagulls I've ever seen. And hold on to your hot chips. But walking through Conway Castle there, even when you're in the Great Hall and in the dining area, of course you have to use your imagination a little bit because, these obviously are a bit more like ruins now. There's no walls and things. But, hearing the stories about how, they'd have a head on a stick and knowing, because of whatever had happened, whatever battle, and they'd walk through the town with it. This is history, and this is what's really happening. And this is the view out from the castle. Just the most amazing time. And this is something that's a subject that we're going to talk about again on another show, maybe even next week or the week after, because the next castle I'm going to show you is Lancaster. And the reason why I want to touch on that is to do with the witches and Pendle Hill. It is an amazing story to learn about. Oh, God, when you were 18. Oh, Susan, that's wonderful. You just didn't know the name? Aoife. And I got to turn a card for you tonight. You have to be first on my list. It looks amazing. It was. And hello, Emily. How are you? It was just phenomenal. So just back to Lancaster Castle. I'm going to show you a little bit what it looks like first so you can imagine it. This is it. Now, what I want you to think about while you're looking at this is where the first witches from Pendle Hill were sent. They walked for 4 days with signs on them that said what they had done, which was they were witchcraft by murder. It was also witchcraft causing madness, and simple witchcraft were the things they were charged for. If I get it right, in the end, there was 8 women and 2 men that ended up having to do this walk, ended up at Lancaster Castle, obviously locked in a cell and then hung. You actually can stand in the cell. So this is where they were kept. Now, for someone, like I said before, who's an empath or you read energy, to stand there and know that these 10 people sat there waiting for their death, and not only were they obviously hung, the knot that they used to hang them meant that they took longer to suffocate. So they were caused to suffer through this. And of course, witches' trials and witches... And everything to do with that was fascinating for me. I got to go out to Pendle Hill. Like I said, I had the most amazing company and fell in love with the people and the place, and went out to Pendle Hill where the first witches trial and the first witches were accused, and where it went. I've got some great books that I'm reading at the moment about Pendle witchcraft and witchcraft in Lancaster, and I got a book with some spells in and stuff. So I thought over the next couple of weeks I might share some of those with you. Some you might like to try and do and have a look at. But wanted to just share that little bit with you, and the castles, let you know that they are real. If you haven't seen one, the closest I'd been to a castle was up at Bly. If you've been to the castle up there, and it's great. But when you go into it and you experience it, and I'd forgotten that, we can do that here too. Even if you're just going down to the beach, stopping, being in that moment, taking in the world, taking in how amazing it is, because we've all got life problems at the moment. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's in that headspace. And, it's just like me. I came back. I just clapped my knee. I've got stuff that I've got to get done. Reality certainly bit back. But again, thank you for sharing this journey with me, because a lot of you have, and I did get to go and visit my brother's grave, and I will share that story because of the synchronicities there and the things that kind of went on, and birth dates, because it's a bit cool, that story. I've got some photos, and it was so important to me to go and do that as well. But like I said, had the most amazing time. Thank you, England and Wales, for putting on the great weather, the people, and the experience. So there you go. That was something that I wanted to share. And another topic that I wanted to talk about tonight, hang on, I keep missing all the comments here. Yeah, mind-blowing. Now, another thing that's a little bit important before we start turning cards is, let me look at the calendar. It is, oh, hang on, it's the 5th today. Am I right with that? It is the 6th today. Still a day behind. Of spring. We have sprung into spring. So it is time to start thinking about those spring cleaning ideas. And of course, I'm not just talking about cleaning your house, even though that's a good idea. Not my favorite hobby, but also cleansing our energies. It is a great time to go through, just like we spring clean our house, spring cleaning our lives, having a look at the things that maybe do we need to go and sort out that financial plan a little bit? Do we need to go and, get some health looked at? Do we need to go and get things sorted? Now's a really good time to do that. Clearing your home as well. Is there some clutter you can get rid of? Would you like to rearrange it? Change is as good as a holiday. Spring, I think also, and we've got the full moon coming up on Saturday. So we know that full moon is a really good time to release energies, letting the universe know what it is that you'd like to let go of. And that can be, a big ritual. It can be a small one. You can do whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable in it. Bay leaves are fantastic for that. You can write on your bay leaf what you'd like to let go of in your world, and just burn it in a dish. Be safe. Don't set your curtains on fire. Or even just sitting under the moon, and even if you can't do that, just having that moment of letting the universe know what it is like, what you'd like to let go of. That can be things from, dealing with things that may be bringing you anxiety. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a material thing, but things to release. And we know that in 14 days' time, we'll be having a look at that new moon and the things that we want, the seeds that we want to plant and the things that we want to move forward with. But a great time while we're doing that spring cleaning to maybe think about, maybe that person needs to get out of my life a little bit, or maybe I do need to, change things around in my home, and cleansing your aura and your own energies. If you have your sage, if you like to smudge, or you have some Palo Santo, sound is a great way. And even though you can have crystal bowls and you can do different things like that, you got a saucepan and a wooden spoon, give it a bit of a hit, make some noise, because that vibration is going to send that energy out. But we're coming into spring. It's here now. We come out of winter, we come out of that hibernation, and we start moving forward. And I think nice time for it. Now, like I said, you don't have to hurt yourself doing it. I'm not expecting everyone to suddenly, spring clean their home. I'm certainly not doing that at the moment. But there are little things that I am sorting out, and I am preparing myself, because we know when we start to get into summer, especially here, it's going to get really hot. We're going to start getting tired. We're going to start getting mentally drained from the heat, kind of the energy of summer. So this is a really good time, because it's not too hot yet, and to be able to kind of ease our way out of winter. We've been in that sort of energetic space of kind of that hibernation and, working on ourselves and, kind of gathering during that winter time. And now it's about stepping out, bringing that new energy out, and enjoying it. So simple things we can do, like I said, cleansing our home, using your crystals. Citrine is great cleanser. Selenite's fantastic. Good time for, when was the last time you grounded yourself a little bit, got outside, touched the earth. I've mentioned it before. I mentioned it to a lady today during a reading. I said, I'm at home at the moment. I can't drive because of my knee. And, I'm upstairs, I'm downstairs, I'm in my office, but I'm on cement the whole time. I've not actually gone out and put my feet on the earth. So I do try every day, just if it's 5 minutes at some point, sit outside, usually with a cup of tea, feet on the earth, taking in a bit of sunshine while we still can before it burns us, and enjoying it. So maybe now thinking about a vision board. They don't always have to be on the 1st of January. I think we think, it has to be that New Year thing. No, it has to be whenever you're ready thing. I think what's important is that we create it, and that doesn't have to have pictures on it. It can have words. It could just be a list. But what is it that you're working towards? What are you manifesting? And I think that's a big call from me, because a lot of us still are trying to get through our day. We've had big things going on around us. So maybe you'd like to manifest some small things to come in. Maybe you'd like to manifest some bigger things to come in. But I think it's a good time to start thinking about that. Oh, it's so good to see everybody here. You excited to turn some cards? I think we need to turn some cards as well. If you've got any questions as well, please let me know. Obviously, it is Raven Cooper 333. Oh, no, you can do that one at gmail.com or askravencooper@gmail.com. I might actually just drop that in the comments. Give me 1 second. I just need to change something around here. Okay, it's all right. I'm a bit rusty with my technology. You know that. So I'm just going to add in the comments. It is Ask Raven Cooper. Pretty easy to remember. All one word, ask. Here we go. Raven Cooper at gmail.com. Now, if you have questions about, how do I cleanse my aura, or what would be a good crystal for this, or what about those chakras, or, anything, whether it be dreams or anything like that, you've got some questions. It's not about, hey, can I have a card, or I need to know this. That's what we do on the night. But you might have some metaphysical questions that you'd like to discuss. So I have popped that up there in the comments. There, you can see it there. And I will pop it in the comments at the top of this video. So you can get in touch with me and let me know. I am going to do a night as well. When I was in Pendle Hill, I went into a witch shop there. I've got some videos to share. And I bought myself some dowsing rods. Yeah, they're cool. And showing you maybe how you can make your own set at home and use those and read some energy. So enough about me. No, I'm an Aries, never enough about me. But let's talk about you guys. So I know my first person tonight is Aoife. I'm going to turn you a card. And if you would like a card, please let me know. Pop it up in the comments. Yes, Susan, I will pop you on the list. You're very, very welcome. Also, my workshops will be coming back up online. I am looking at the dates now. I will be doing another chakra workshop. It's my favorite to teach. I'm also going to be doing a couple of nights where I'm going to be talking about chakras as well. Just a little bit of a refresher. Obviously, on a Tuesday night, I'm not going to be teaching the entire workshop, but just giving you a little bit of I guess, things we can do, some tips and tricks to help working on those chakras. But I will have all of my workshops coming up again very, very shortly. So keep an eye on the Threefold page. And I will let you know through the Facebook page when I put some videos up on YouTube, because I do want to put some rituals that I've learned and some, some witchy-woo stuff that I've picked up. That I want to share, and people can then, you can watch it at any time and pause it and stuff if you want to be practicing those as well. Yes, Jen, you can have a card. Yes, Katie. Ooh, how exciting. I'm so glad to be back. I do hope you're well. I can't believe I dislocated my knee. It's made me stop still and do stuff. So that's a good thing. And again, a little bit of manifestation there, because I did say to the universe just the day before I did it, I was like, you know what? I really need to just, focus on staying home and getting my work done and building the things that I want to do. And, I need to stop driving around and getting other things done. And so the universe went, well, that's okay. We'll just do it this way for you. So it has, but I'm going to be just fine. T, yes. Teresa. Emily, everyone's on board. Yes, Debbie. Hey, Debbie. How you going? So I'm going to turn one card for people tonight, because we do have a little bit of a list and make things happen. Do I use the other? I don't know if I use the other camera. Should I try it? Oh, they're jumping out. So let's have a look. Okay, we've got a few here. So we'll start with those and then we'll have another look, and hopefully we can get through them. So Aoife, let's have a look. I want to just see if does this work? Oh, it kind of does. Oh, well, kind of. Well, technology is not my strong point. Yeah, it sucks. I fully felt it pop. Lucky I haven't torn anything and I haven't broken anything. It's just got to heal, That's all right. Okay, James, we'll throw you on board, James. You'll have to wait your turn, but we'll put you on and then we'll see how we go before we add any more. How you doing, James? Hey, you got stuff happening? All right, let's have a look, Aoife. Oh, this will be interesting. I'm drawn up here. I should have spread the cards out in front of me, shouldn't I? But we're going to go with this one. Oh, good card. I'll turn it around this way so you can see it. This one here is Material Harvest. Actually, I'm going to change this because it feels weird. This one here is Material Harvest. So right now, there's going to be some money coming in. Now, it could be from inheritance. It could be money that's owed to you. It could be compensation. It could be, you know, back pay or anything like that. But some money coming in. And it's enough here to stop and go, okay, I'm going to harvest this money, and now where am I going to plant it? Where am I going to go and put this where it can do well for me? It could be an investment in yourself. It could be investment in study. It could be, you know, an investment in self-love and self-care, because that's very important. You know, it could be putting some money into your home or something like that, but some money coming in here to have a look at and then to decide what you want to do with it. Good card. Good card. But sometimes we're not sure where it's going to come from with that one. It's like, oh, where's it going to come? And then, you know, there's a win but it's enough that you can look at this and go, I can go and plant this somewhere. So a good money card. All right, let's have a look. Katie, let's check it out. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm just giving them a bit of a shuffle tonight. They're a bit bouncy. Yeah, you'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. I'd take it. All right, let's pick a card for you, Katie. Let's have a look. It's gonna go with where I'm drawn to. No, I'm gonna go up here. It's definitely this one. All right. Now, this card's a little tough, Katie, but it's a good card. Okay. You know I'm always honest. If anything else, I'm always going to be honest with what cards come up. All right. Conflict and defeat. Now, hang on a second before we panic. This one says here that you're halfway up the stairs. You're going in the right direction. Things, you know, you're going towards the things that you need to be doing. But this one here says, but at the moment, you're getting a bit tired and a bit exhausted, which is understandable. And you want to kind of go back to what you know, maybe go back to old habits or go back to old ways or go back to old ways of thinking. And so he wants to go down here to this little bit of light. It's going to give him a little bit of instant kind of satisfaction. But then he's going to realize that, now I'm at the bottom of the stairs and I've got to climb all the way to the top again. So it's about at the moment, even though you may be feeling a little bit defeated, keep going, because there is all of this light at the top of the stairs. But if we just keep going back, we're going to have to start again. So it's just about pushing through. Very easy for me to say, but Katie, I know you can do this. It's like, keep going. And that temptation to just go back to old ways or to go back to somebody or something, it's like, because you know, and I say this a lot, you know I do, and it's an analogy I use. When you're starving, crackers taste great, and sometimes that temptation just to go back there for a little bit of satisfaction, and it's like, no, push through this, because there is light at the end of the stairs and the universe is trying to help you get up there. But at the moment, you're just a bit tired and that little bit, you know, defeated, but you will push through this. Just, it's going to be hard to not go back to old ways. So a good card, it just says, keep going. It's all there, but this temptation can be really hard. So not bad, Katie. You're going to get there. Keep going. Just don't go back, you know. I know it, again, so easy for me to say, so hard to do. All right, Susan, let's have a look. Let's turn you a card. I'm going to spread this out here. Let's have a look. Where am I drawn to? I took my cards everywhere with me. Like everywhere I went. On the plane, Singapore, Dubai, you know, Manchester. Took them all through Wales, all through England. Every day I went out. They came with me. They travelled everywhere. I've had these cards a very, very long time, and it was so nice to take them with me. I don't know. They're just one of my favorite things. All right, let's have a look, Susan. Well, I'm going to come down here. All right, let's have a see. Ooh, it's a good card. It's green for the heart chakra. Rejoice in celebration. This is cups coming together. This is like cheers. It's a bit like the Three of Cups. This is all about social events. This is about loving life. This is about even maybe looking forward to celebrating love and moving forward. 3, the number of creation. So good things coming your way. You might hear of some, you know, there might be birthday parties or weddings to go to or engagements when people are coming together and celebrating love for each other, but also maybe even a lot of social invitations, but getting out, rejoicing and enjoying life a little bit. It's like, cheers. You know what? Let's have some fun. Great card. Really lovely. And you totally deserve this card. look after yourself, but enjoy this. Get out. We're celebrating love. And that's not just about love in relationships. It's also about celebrating love with friends, love for life, love for self. Celebrate that because you deserve it. Oh, what a nice card. Yeah, Katie, your job's crap. That sucks, man. It's hard to go to work, let alone go to hard work, and it's crap. But I guess at the moment it's like, just stick with it because we're going to get something else. There's something else coming. But, keep trying. Don't let it kind of become quicksand and getting stuck in it. Excellent, Zoe. I have popped you on the list as well. Zoe might be my last one. How are we going with time tonight? Also, now that I'm back and I'm a bit housebound, I'm going to be popping up and doing a lot more lives. Now, I will put on Facebook that I'm going live, but it will be on YouTube just for technical reasons and because YouTube is a better platform. And also, if you jump onto my YouTube channel, the link was in the notice tonight about tonight's show. It will let you know if you hit the little bell button on it, the subscribe and then the alert. If I come on at say 2 PM and you're on your lunch break, it'll let you know and you can get a card, you can ask a question. If it's in the morning when you're having your coffee, I'm thinking about doing one then because it's a good time for me as well. And I missed you all. Wish I could took you all with me. It would have been grand. But of course, when I got there, my phone didn't work. I couldn't get any messages. So I do apologize if you are somebody that was messaging me about getting a reading between the 3rd of August and the 21st. I didn't get, messages weren't coming through. I ended up having to get an English SIM card just to get around England because it wasn't working. And when I got back and I did get back onto my normal SIM card, none of the messages actually came through. I don't know where they've gone, but they didn't come through to me. So if you have been messaging me or you did message me during that time, please send me another one because I didn't get any of them, unfortunately. All right, Jen, let's have a look. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm going to dig down here. This one. Okay. Jen, you have to like me. Okay. No, I always speak the truth with these cards. Heartache and loss. Now, it's blue because we got to use that throat chakra, okay? We got to speak our truth. But this card doesn't bring in heartache and loss, okay? So we're not expecting this to happen. It says here that here we have to let go of the heartache and loss. She's got to let it go from our sacral chakra. And I know because, Jen, you've done my workshop. You understand here what I'm talking about. Here, letting go of the heartache and loss we've experienced, it will set us free. But if we hold on to it, it's gonna encapsulate us. It's gonna cocoon us. It's gonna keep us trapped in the heartache and loss. So here it's saying here, if you can let that go, if she can let go of it, it's going to set her free. And then the number 3 there, the creation of something new. But this is all about blue. It's about speaking your truth. Sometimes, no, I'm going to rephrase that. Not sometimes. Everybody has the right to tell someone if they have treated you badly. Quite often we just kind of go, no, sometimes it's okay to, it's always okay to stand up for yourself. There's certain ways to do it. But Jen, it's time here to let it go and it's going to set you free. You absolutely deserve that freedom. And to get out of this space. So it's a good card in as much as if we can release what's been going on, it can set us free. And I'm sure you understand that, darling. Oh, sending you lots of love. Hey, Robin, how you going? Hey, Belinda. We're going to see how we're going with time. I will sort of start maybe even here a little bit of a second list. But if I don't get to you tonight, I will definitely be back next week because I'm super excited to be here and see where things are going. Oh. All right, let's have a look at the next card. Teresa Alice. Let's have a look at these cards for you. We're going to spread them out. I do love my cards. Let's have a look for you, Teresa. You're welcome, Jen, anytime. Oh, no. Teresa, I'm going back down here. No, it's this one. Let's have a look. Oh, this one came out earlier as well, and I definitely take it. This is the Material Harvest card again. Teresa, some money coming your way. Like I said before, could be inheritance, could be compensation, could be a job in, a pay rise. It could be money that's owed to you. Maybe you've gone for a mortgage or you've gone for some money, and it's going to come your way. When it comes in, it is enough to think about what would I like to do with it. Okay, so again, sometimes we think about material harvest. Maybe we're going to make an extra $100 a week, and it's kind of like it's just $100, but over a year, that's $5,000. And if we've kind of been able to live without it, where can we take that money and kind of put it into something to be able to? Maybe it is travel, maybe it is security, maybe it'd be nice to have it in the bank. But there is some money here to look at for you coming in, and it's really enough money to be able to think about where can I plant it. So like I said, it could be inheritance, it could be compensation, it could be money owed to, it could be back pay, but it coming in could be tax return, and it's enough for you to go, what would I like to do with it? So good card, Therese, around money, really good. Oh, hi, Renee. Thank you. So good to be back. Let's have a look. Okay. Now, T, let's turn a card. So Ask Raven Cooper Live will be back every Tuesday night now, as long as I don't decide to go away again. I take you with me next time. I take you all with me. I'll do lives and we can walk through things together. How much fun would that be? How much fun? Okay. So who am I looking at here? Just going to check my comments. Thanks, Renee. So we're looking for at T right now. So let's check that out. Ripper. All right, T. Let's spread these cards out and have a look. Let me just cross out some names here so that I know where I am. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look, T. Oh, I lost everybody. Oh, there you are. Again, this is not my strong point, T. Let's have a look. I'm going to go. I'm really drawn down this end tonight, even though I keep shuffling them and spreading the cards out. Keep going, come back down here. Let's have a look. Okay, T, good card, strong card. This one here is about stand your ground. Okay, the universe has your back, and you do have a spear here that you can put in the ground. It's almost time to draw that line. Back yourself. Maybe there's something going on, in a family environment. Maybe it's a work environment. Maybe there's a bit of a discussion going on right now. Stand your ground. The universe has your back. We're not budging on this one. People are going to have to compromise with you because we've drawn the line. Okay, we've got our spear here. Now, we're not leading with it, but we are showing people that we have a little bit of power. Okay, so if right now you're having to defend yourself in something, or you want to go after something because you think you deserve it, or there's been an injustice there, stand your ground and go for it. Okay, the universe has your back. It's purple for the third eye, so it's almost like you could maybe have seen this situation playing out a little bit. But right now, even with yourself, maybe you've decided there's a few things that you want to do, or maybe they're a commitment to something, and it's almost like, no, keep this commitment, keep this to yourself. Stand your ground, because sometimes I have to do that a lot. Stand my ground with myself. No, I told myself I would do this, and I'm going to stick to it. But right now, find your power, stick your spear in the ground, and be like, nope, I'm not budging. So all power to you. Stand your ground. I like that. That's a good card. That is a good card. Now we're looking at Debbie. Let's have a look. All right. Oh, I don't have my mouse. Hang on 1 second. Let me just change this over. Let's look at a card for you, Debbie. Okay. Yeah, they're going really good tonight. They're looking really good, Zoe, aren't they? All right, let's have a look. Okay, let's choose our card. I'm going to go up this end at the moment. I'm going to go to this one. Wow, one of my favorite. Look at this, the throat chakra card. So Debbie, right now it's about using that throat chakra card, it coming into balance, making sure this is about speaking our truth. And that's not that we've been lying, but what is it that you really want? What is it that you really want to say? How many times are we saying yes when really we want to say no? But being authentic to who you are. This card also tells me that you'll have a lot of charisma at the moment. If you needed to, have that difficult conversation with someone, now is the time to be able to do that. Having those tough conversations with self and sort of owning what we need to do or where we need to go. But also when we can start living our authentic self, when we can start really being who we are, it is such a freedom. So the throat chakra going to come into play here for you. It's really going to balance. So if you do have anything where, like I said, you need to communicate with people, this is a great card for that. Okay. But also, how we speak to others, how we speak to ourselves. I'm very guilty of quite often saying, I would love to come to the Tupperware party. I don't want to go. Okay. And I should be saying no at that point. Next minute I'm signing up to have a party. Then I'm figuring out how to cancel it. How do I send the text on Monday to cancel that I've booked this thing, when really I should just say from the very beginning, thanks for the offer, but I really don't want to go. So that's me having to learn to be able to speak my truth with this. So for you at the moment, it's all about that throat chakra, it coming in. If you've had any throat issues, maybe you've had a sore throat or you've had some problems going on, with thyroid and things like that, maybe seeing those come into balance. But of course, that is a doctor thing to go and get checked out. But here, charisma and being able to communicate well. And that for me are really, all the chakras are very, very important. This can hold us back sometimes. So right now, have all those conversations. Stand up for yourself again, but like the last card that we had, but the throat chakra coming into balance, you're going to be able to communicate very, very, very well. Doesn't mean anybody else is going to be able to, that you have to deal with, but you are going to be able to find your words. You are going to be able to find your strength, and you are going to be able to speak out, from the heart, what it is that you really feel. No, Debbie, you are more than welcome. You got this. Do it. Be you. You are amazing. Just be you. You are the perfect version of you, and only you know how to be you. You've got this. I know how far you've come. You've got this. All right, Emily. Oh, this will be interesting. Emily, let's have a look. Let's see. Go back to giving them a bit of a shuffle. See what's happening. All right, let's spread them out. All right, Emily, let's have a look. Where am I drawn to? Oh, I want to go fair in the middle this time. I think I'm going to get this one out. Let's have a look. Foundations and achievements. Right now, you're going to be looking at home, okay? But foundations and achievements, a lot of red here to do with the base chakra as well. Homework, money, security. Number 4. So we know we got a bit of a blessing here going on. But for you at the moment, really looking at home. Feeling good about that. Maybe there's a move here. Maybe there's a big shift of energy going on, but the foundation feeling good. This is going to be a good situation. So if you're looking at a problem around, a home or where you're going to live, or moving home, or moving, cities, towns, countries, this one says here that it's going to be very good, and you're going to set up a good foundation there. So all blessings around those things that make us feel really secure, but especially the home, looking into maybe a new one here. But great card. Foundations and achievements. Be proud of yourself. You've done very, very well. You are setting up a good foundation there, and being able to move forward, but possibly looking at a home that could make you very happy. Oh, that's a bit exciting. I like that one. Here's trouble, Mr. James. Let's have a look. James, let's not do the devil card tonight, okay? Let's not do anything like that. Let's bring some joy in. All right, let's have a look, James. Hope you're getting your cards out, James. Hope you're getting to do the things that you love. Oh, just looking at my messages here. Have I missed anyone? Yes, Carly, I will try and get you here on the list. I think it was Belinda as well. We've got Zoe and we've got James. Let's have a look. I think I might just need to change. No, we should be able to go in there and do something. All right, James, let's have a look. Let's spread these cards out. Where am I drawn to? Let's have a look. James, I want to go down here. Oh, I'm going to go to this one. Let's have a look. Okay, let's get you up here so I can show you the card a bit better. Emotional withdrawal. Now, it's green because it's to do with the heart chakra. Okay, James. Now, emotional withdrawal means that right now, around some of the decisions that you need to make, you have to take the emotion out and do what's smart. I find the best way to do that is to ask myself, what would my best friend tell me to do? How do I take these emotions out and do what's smart? An example of this may be, I really don't want to go to work today. I really don't want to do this. But if I take the emotion out, it's a smart thing to do because that money brings me the security that I need in my life. Or maybe you're nervous and you've got anxiety about trying something new or doing something different. And it's almost like we've got to take the emotion out and go for it. So it's just about now saying, not that you should be emotionless. Of course you need to feel things. But is the emotion what's holding you back? If you've got a problem around you at the moment, literally, if I said, what would you tell your best friend to do? Because they're going to put you on a pedestal. They're going to take out the fear or the anxiety or the guilt, and they're going to go, no, you need to do this. This is what you need to be looking at. And I think you can do that. I know you can. But at the moment, just emotional withdrawal, there could be some drama in the family going on, or, something going on in your world where you're like, you know what, I just need to step back. I can't be in that. So I'm someone that always believes that we should listen to our emotions, and we should, but sometimes we just need to step back, sleep on it. Like I said, take the emotion out. I think a really good example of this is sometimes and this isn't in your case, but just an example, you might be really emotionally attached to a house, and you want to stay, but if you take the emotion out, the smart thing to do is to sell and move because it's a good time, it's going to be a good investment, it's time for a life change, but we're dealing with that emotion sort of really bothering our clear thinking. As with this, I go, just take the emotion out and do what's smart, pull back. Or if there's a situation going on in your world that's just too much drama, just step back from it and look after yourself. A good card, but take the emotion out and do what's smart. Very interesting. Oh, we've got a couple more names here that we can pop up. All right, so we've got here a couple more that have come up. I'm just checking. We've got Sally. Hey, Sally. Yeah, we might pop you on the list too. And I think Robin, we need to pop Robin on the list. All right, Zoe, your turn. Let's have a look. Let's have a shuffle. You'd be very familiar with these cards, Zoe. Ooh. Let's just have a look at what jumps out because that's important to me. And these are interesting, even though I will choose another card for you. Throat chakra. Okay, so speaking our truth. All right. And here that wisdom card, that going on the new journey, but having to leave our comfort zone to do it. You have all the wisdom and knowledge to be able to do it and to move forward. But sometimes home is not holding us back, but we're focused on it a little bit that we can't see where we're going. Right now, just speaking your truth. Okay, really just seeing how you go. And like we said before, that's not that you're lying. It's about what do you really need and what do you really want. But Zoe, I'm going to turn you one more card here because they just kind of jumped out and I do like to pay attention to them. Okay, let's have a look. Let's spread these out. All right, Zoe, let's see. Close. No, this one. Let's have a look. Ooh, this one's interesting. The fertility card. Oh, I love it. Normally, sometimes there's a pregnancy around this card. I'm not too concerned with that. What I am looking at here is she's getting her head and heart on the same page. That heart chakra glowing. We've got the 3 here, the creation of something new, fertility, the birth of something new. It could be a new stage in your life. It could be a new cycle. We're moving forward. What's important is head and heart on the same page. All these new shoots here too, new beginnings. We're going to go into that next chapter. And it's interesting with those 2 cards that just fell out, the throat chakra. What is it that's going to get your head and heart on the same page? And yes, we're going to have to leave those comfort zones like in the wisdom card and move forward. But I know you're very capable. Great card for spring as well. It's spring here in Australia. But definitely here, the birth of something new, new beginnings. Love it. Let's see how we're going. All right. Next we have Belinda and then Sally and then Robin. And I think we might, Rebecca, I will see how we're going. Hopefully I can fit you in there. Hello, Starry Skies. Hello, Jackson. How are you? My goodness, everyone is out and about tonight. So again, I normally come on at 7:30 and have a little chat and then get into things and then we can talk about it. So remembering, if you do have a question about anything, whether it be crystals, whether it be auras, chakras, anything metaphysical, you can send me your emails at askravencooper@gmail.com. You can message me through the Threefold Facebook page. And if you do have my phone number, you can obviously do it that way as well. If you have questions or subjects that you would like to cover in upcoming weeks, I always let you know beforehand what the show is going to be about, so we can cover everything. You let me know. And that's my job. I'm here to answer your questions. It's all in the title. Ask Raven Cooper. All right. So, Belinda, let's check this out. I will have to, you're very welcome, Zoe. I will have to wrap this up, I think, after Rebecca. And again, like I said, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell when I start doing these pop-up shows, because I can fit them in between readings and I want to get talking to everyone because I've missed you all so much, I can turn you cards and give you messages. All right. Let's have a look, Belinda. Oh, it's interesting because I'm really drawn. Oh, Belinda, I'm going to come up here for you. I'm going to come up. I think it's this one here. Okay, very interesting card. All right. Deception and envy. Look, this is one of the reasons I love the deck that I've been working with now for all of these years. What is it? 16 years, something crazy, 17 years, is because there are negative and positive cards in this deck, because that is life. Sometimes we're going through the tough things and sometimes we're going through the good things. Just like I was watching something with Tom Hanks not so long ago, and he said, it's like that saying, this too will pass. The good times will pass. The bad times will pass. They're going to go round and around. But this one here for you today, Belinda, is deception and envy. People are going to start showing you their true colors, but you're not surprised. You're a bit like, I kind of knew that's what you were like. It's blue. Throat chakra again. You just need to speak your truth. Just watch the people around you. There could be some deceitfulness going on. There could be some things going on that you need to know about or you need to see, but when you see it, you're probably not going to be surprised. But you've done nothing wrong here. This is about you speaking your truth. This is about other people and maybe them not being morally right. But this for you is just a little bit of a warning that someone around you could be talking a bit of smack. There's a bit of something going on, so protect yourself. It's green here, okay? So that heart chakra may definitely feel something. I think you're going to feel that, obvious frustration when people are behaving this way, but you just keep speaking your truth because you are in the right, and continue forward. So it's just a little bit of a warning, this card. Like I said, something or someone around you, I should say someone, maybe not being very honest. All right, now we have Sally. Let's have a look, Sally. Spread these cards out. I'm going to get better at flicking in between the different screens. All right, Sally, let's have a look. No, I'm going to come back down this way. We are going to look at this one. Okay, Sally, this is all about moving on. You're about to move forward out of the dark and into the light. So we have a changing of season here. Gee, we're on these blue cards tonight, aren't we? This is the throat chakra card. We're moving forward, moving out of the dark into light, a new season coming in. But what he does have here in his hand is a timepiece. When I see this card, this is saying to you, hey, we're going to move on. We're going to move into the light, but you carry the timepiece. That's a little bit dangerous. If we don't have a due date, sometimes we don't get to it. It's next Monday, next Monday, next Monday. I'm going to start that thing, or I'm going to finish that thing, or I'm going to do something different. And then Monday comes along and, for me, it could be the slightest thing and it gets postponed again. I have to set due dates for myself because that means that I have to get it done. If it wasn't for urgent, I would get nothing done. Okay. If it wasn't for the last minute, this is saying to you, you're going to move out of the dark and into the light, but you get to control how you do that, the timeline a little bit. So I think that's a good thing sometimes because we can pace it out. Or sometimes if it's a relationship that we're looking at and we're holding the timepiece, it's like, well, it's not going to end until I leave. And that I can leave could be a week, could be a month, it could be 10 years. You know what I mean? It's kind of like things will start to evolve and you'll go from the dark into the light as quickly as you choose to. The universe is certainly not making this decision for you right now, but a good card. But remember, you have time. And it's in your hands. So lovely. There you go. Sally, let's have a look. We've got Robin and then Rebecca. You're welcome, Belinda. Always welcome. All right, Robin, let's have a look. Let's have a look. All right. So let's spread these cards out. And this one being for Robin. They feel good. Oh. No. Oh. No. This one. I want to dig this one out. Oh, God damn it, Robin. I knew he was going to stick his head up at some time. Here we go. The Devil card. All right, don't panic. Now, this is the temptation card, okay? This is the temptation to give into old ways, to giving to old thinking. Also, there's a heart there at the end of this key, so maybe going back, to an old love, or just going back to old habits and old ways. It's going to be very tempting to do it right now. You're going to dance with your demons a little bit. You're gonna have to face maybe something in your world where you're like, you know what, I really need to do that, even though I don't want to. But just be careful that we don't give in to temptation, because it will take us backwards. And I know how hard you've worked over the last, couple of years to get to where you need to be. And it's about just not giving in to the devil. So it's not new things coming in. It's more about, what's the devil on your shoulder? For me, often it's, fear or anxiety, triggers, past patterns and things like that I have to kind of fight to get to where I need to go. And it's just saying here, the temptation to go back to old ways will be strong. But I'm very confident, Robin, that you will notice that it's just a pattern or a demon that's popped its head up. And we're going to squish it back down and move forward. So not a bad card. It's just warning you to be careful not to go back to old ways or give in to temptation. I'm very good at giving in to temptation. I do it a lot. And I need to learn that lesson too. But it's not even a learning lesson. It's just about just watch that if something comes back from the past and there's a temptation to go in and engage with it, don't. You worked hard to get to where you are. Let's keep going. And you deserve the very best, Robin. You do. All right, Rebecca, let's have a look. This is going to be, hello. This is going to be my last reading for tonight for Rebecca. And then I'm going to do a group reading for everybody, just a card for the week. And then I'll be back next Tuesday night. But like I said, I'm going to be popping up, doing a lot more and having more chats because I do love it. It is one of my favorite things to do. All right. So this one is for Rebecca. Let's have a look, Rebecca. Spread these cards out. What's for Rebecca here? Oh. Here. All right, let's have a look. Ooh, the crown chakra card. I love this. Rebecca, this is all about feeling whole again, okay? This is all about our connection with our God or our universe. I don't have a particular God. I just talk to the universe. I kind of grabbed a little bit of everything and created my own kind of religion. But this is about feeling whole again, okay? So feeling comfortable in our skin, knowing that we're getting it right, moving forward. Like I said, our belief system. When was the last time you chatted with the universe or feeling that connection again? It's our crown chakra. Like we said, it's the one that points up literally to the universe and to our gods, and you feeling a little bit more comfortable in your skin again. And if you've been through some things that are very emotional, that have been very testing, and here feeling like we're getting the pieces back together. So a really good card, but also a good time to lean on your faith, whatever that is. Whether that's, like I said, the universe or a God, finding your faith in that again and trusting it. I've been through many periods in my life where, I haven't felt whole. I haven't felt like I'm going down the right path, or I've lost my connection in my own beliefs. And that's when I go back to some basic things, like I said, just going and grounding and just, some simple manifestation and chatting with the gods. But right now it's about you feeling whole again. Really lovely card, Sally. I like that. I like it. Sorry, Rebecca. Too many names here. All right. I can resist anything but temptation. I know, right? Anything but chocolate and coffee. Then there's also other things, but I probably shouldn't list them, that my temptations are tonight. All right, let's have a card for everybody to get us through our week. And again, like I said, it's in the comments. I'm going to drop it above this video as well. AskRavenCooper@gmail.com. That's how you get to me if you want to ask a question about anything metaphysical. If you do want a card, then you need to ask on the night, because I won't be taking names prior to that, because otherwise people don't turn up. And it's more fun to do it just straight off the bat and live. 3 is the magic number, Zoe. Absolutely. Yes, decisions to be made. Actually, James, that's an interesting when you just said they should have old car, new car decisions to be made. It's like take the emotion out. It's like, hey, that car would make me really happy, but it's really expensive. The smart thing to do is to maybe go with that one because it's more reliable and it's going to last longer and it leaves me money for something else. We've got to take the emotion out. You know, I think it's a hard thing to do. It really is. All right, here's a reading for everyone. Let's have a look. As always, going to give these cards a bit of a shuffle and spread them out. All right. For everybody, what's our message for the week? No. I'm coming back down here. Yeah, no, this one. Let's have... Ooh, we had this just before. We've all got a little bit of warnings here. Deception and envy. So there could possibly be someone around you at the moment who's just that. They're envious and maybe they're being a bit deceitful, or they're talking a bit of smack, or they're giving you a bit of a hard time. They're talking behind your back. This could be work colleagues. You know, this could be friends. This could be family. It could be neighbor. It could be anything that's going on around you. Just don't be surprised if someone shows us their true colors this week, but it is blue, so we've just got to stay speaking our truth and being authentic to who we are, and we've done nothing wrong. But you're probably going to find over this next week or so, maybe someone just showing you what they're really like, and you may decide at that point to cut that cord and go, you know what, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that go because I don't need to waste my energy on it. Pick your battles. But just be careful. It could be simple things too. Sometimes we're going through good things and we have people around us that want to bring that down because they're not happy. That's not our fault. That's something that they're going through. But everyone just be careful. I think over the next week, maybe we should listen a little bit more this week and talk a little bit less and let other people show us what they're really thinking. You know, I love that saying, how people talk about others is how they talk about you when you're not around. And I think that can be very, very true. So just watching for that. But other than that, I'm wishing you all a fantastic week. You know what? Thank you so much for all coming on tonight. You know, it's been, nearly a month. And now I'm back and my knee's feeling better and I'm back from my trip. And like I said, I've got so many subjects to cover with you that I think you're going to enjoy, things that you can be doing yourself, whether it be working on yourself, you know, or looking at some witchy-woo things, or just looking at, you know, energy and chakras, all of that coming up over the next couple of weeks as well. Let me know what you want. I'm going to hit you with it again. AskRavenCooper@gmail.com. Please let me know. I want to be able to bring to this what it is you guys want. What else? That's about it. Have a great week. We've got that full moon coming up on Saturday, so expect that energy shift. And, you know, you can get ready and prepare yourself for that. But also, what is it that you'd like to let go of? Because the full moon is a great time to do it. Guys, I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be just communicating with you all again, to be able to turn cards and give out some messages, and hopefully make your Tuesday night a little bit better. And if you do want to book a reading with me, obviously you can contact me through the Threefold Facebook page. Again, you can try the email or my phone number. You'll find the details on there. And I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Get a good night's sleep. Have some sweet dreams, maybe of castles and dragons. I didn't get a dragon. Should have got a dragon while I was there. All right, take care, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for making my night. Mwah.